Becoming the queen's favorite. Stop! Fellas, do you ever wish your billionaire hubby would maneuver you like a carpet and throw you in wardrobe timeout? No. Anyway, it's fortunate you unanimously said yes, because I have got a comic with just that scenario. I've talked about another Trope final boss comic recently enough. While that one used up its vast trope allowance on the main character, this one spent it on the plot. So join me as we explore a new build of generic Webtoon original.
If you want some more epic stuff videos, remember to hit that subscribe button.
Our contract marriage ends here starts in something of an unorthodox way. Nah, I'm just playing. It starts with an info dump. There's a war. Plenty of children end up orphaned, including Renee, our female lead. Even though she inherits the title of Baroness, she has little to her name. She barely has enough for the orphanage she runs with her
stupid ass uncle.
Life is a cycle, Renee. Though our situation isn't great right now, we cannot ignore the innocent children who suddenly lost their families. Wow, thank you, Uncle. That was so deep. Bro, before I talk about this guy, let me preface this by saying not all uncles are like him, okay? I happen to be very much financially responsible, but her uncle is the one who basically guilt trips her into starting an orphanage and ruins their already horrible monetary situation. She's an orphaned young woman herself, and her uncle is definitely not carrying his weight. He, with the little money they have, buys 200 boxes of chalk. Hello? Bro is like the guy from Math Problems. Hello? What the hell? On top of that, we don't even see him helping care for the kids either during this like super long ass montage of Renee with the kids. Hey now, don't fight. Finish your breakfast and
But Marie started it!
Sorry, I think I had some undisclosed emotions I had to release there. Kind of like a fart, but with my brain. Long story short, her fuck-ass uncle has landed them in a devastating state. Also, I guess returns or exchanges don't exist in this world. While Renee is on the beach being 14 and deep, she gets jump scared by our male lead, Alexander. As children, the two of them used to be friends. In fact, they're depicted as very close. What? So when he suddenly ends their bromance with a letter worthy of a dank Snoop Dogg meme edit, rip Alexander, 10 years too late, she's devastated. And he asked me to give you this reply. Da, da, da. Get lost and don't come back. I'm sick of you. Don't worry, though. He's just cocooning like a caterpillar, about to metamorphosize into a smug, nonchalant butterfly. His transformation complete. Alexander has now returned. Head of the Marcus Chandler family? Check. I'm sorry, I think it's the lack of jaw that gets me. Like, the rest of the art, very respectable. Yeah. But no. Inherited his position as a minor? Check. Veteran in his early to mid-20s? Check. Most renowned man in Kalimba? Of course. Which, of course, he can't just be, like, renowned. He has to be the most renowned, okay? Stumbled on an island covered in diamonds? I shit you not. Oh, God. They better not reject this guy from art school or shit will go down. Alexander sought out the island and discovered heaps of diamonds there. Of course. And who owned it before? Who did he buy it from that owned it and didn't know it was covered in sparkling gems or like diamonds? Like, I feel like you would know that. Billionaire? Wouldn't have it any other way. Founder of the company which developed, quote, the world's best automobile. Ka-chow. Of course, no. And successfully developed the world's best automobile. Of course it's the best. He can't just be like pretty good, right? He can't be like, you know, like pretty solid. No, he has to be the best. He has to be the most renowned, the richest, the queen's favorite. Oh, you know it. Becoming the queen's favorite. it just keeps going. Is this satire? Like, I'm actually, I have to ask. Is this satire? It's drama, it's not comedy. Because I genuinely would have fallen for it. Like, this is... Like, you're doing too much. You're doing way, way too much. Suffering from ungodly charisma. Abso-freaking-lutely. You already know others are constantly trying to set him up, which he has no interest in. So, why has a guy like him suddenly appeared before Renee? Well, it's all on that last point. The Riz. He's tired of people, specifically the queen. Did I mention they're like this? Trying to set him up with a wife. That's why he seeks out Renee and offers her a contract marriage. And, as desperate as she is, she accepts. It's here that the info dump finally releases us, and the story finally begins. Not every groom, but so many grooms are so fucking boring. They'll just have a suit, it's plain as fuck, but it's expensive, so they're like, yes, very nice wedding. At least go for a color, or like a fun tie, or like accessories. Especially in fantasy, it's like, this is literally fantasy. This is not real life. You can do what you want, and you literally just did the normal. You did the basic. There's something about bro's build. It's just, I don't know. That contract marriage between Alexander and Renee, well, it's about to end, and Renee cannot wait. She's counting down the days like a little kid with Christmas. Yeah, I can't blame her for that. He's a piece of work. That's until Alexander's grandma gives Renee a family heirloom. I didn't mention it until now, but everyone thinks they're married out of love for some reason. Apparently arranged marriages don't exist, and you're telling me no one, not even one of the servants, has ever overheard or seen something that raised doubts? Especially when we learn more about how the relationship has been over the 2 years they've been married. I don't know, man. Feels to me like people would definitely be looking for tea on a famous billionaire, but whatever. I guess I can suspend disbelief. Was just looking for this. Second stroke of the day mid-sentence. Very nice. When Alexander and I were 12. Info dump galore. Okay. Alexander, who had been especially close to his grandfather, suffered for quite some time after the tragedy. Renee.
You have no idea how relieved I am that you are there for him. I'm always so grateful to you. That being said, I want to give you this.
A necklace?
A special necklace. One that has been passed down through my family for generations.
Because of course! No, yep. Yeah, no. Yippee! Yay!
It has the magical ability to grant its owner one wish per lifetime. I, too, made a wish upon the necklace, which it granted. I believe it is time to give it to you now.
I thought she was getting married to him so she could continue running the orphanage. What happened to that? Did she just she was like, man, fuck these kids. Renee tries turning away the heirloom. She feels it'd be disingenuous to accept. How does that go? Next thing you know, we're in the bath. Me, you, Renee, and the necklace. No way, you just wrote asterisk farts in chat. Okay. Back to normie mode. Let me highlight that we've yet to see Alexander and know more about him than the woman we're following in the bath. And unfortunately, I don't know how much there is to learn because they made her pretty generic, especially in appearance. At least she's still got her critical No, Renee, no, why? The necklace from Grandma grants her one wish. She wastes this on Alexander, the guy she hates so much, she can't wait to leave. She does half-heartedly try to take this back, but there'd be no plot if that worked. So, it doesn't. Bruh. Also, why does she call him Sasha? Did I miss something? Is that a common nickname for Alexander's or something? On the topic of his name, by the way, Why do they pull up this stupid crest sometimes? Why is his name misspelled in there? I don't know if it's like a translation thing or something, but like, jump scare! Alexander suddenly appears again. Bro thinks she's got that Fazriz or something. Bro wants to be cool so bad. He wants to be cool so bad.
Until the end of time.
Like, that is literally the pose that I walk in when I want to try to seem cool and I'm walking on campus. It's been a while. Yeah, of course he's holding fucking whatever liquor. It's always liquor. They can never just drink wine. No, it's gotta be... Beer's not sophisticated enough. Wine's too girly. It's always gotta be fucking, like, scotch. Bro must be drinking the liquor that makes you a weird, flirty freak that call people darling out of the blue. Cause, well... Bro, imagine if some suddenly did this to you. Are you gonna get a... Yeah, I think I'll just... Would a simple scratch really devalue the Chandler family name? Great, he treats her like an object. And ladies, if your man don't treat you like an object, is he really your man? Also, for someone who's not rich, you're telling me you got one suit? A singular suit. Ah, yes. Ah, yeah, no, a singular suit. Okay. Why is there a scratch on your collarbone?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Also, Rose literally wears my hug-at-ing right now. Like, who is writing this? And for who? I genuinely don't understand how anyone could like this. Like, I understand if it's just generic, kind of boring. But this is like, this is like beyond just kind of bad. So what is this whole ass, like, I'm your husband who's been ignoring you for like 2 years and I'm suddenly going to harass you and act like I am your shitty father, for lack of a better description. Get me someone else. I don't want your help. Valid answer. So you'd rather have someone else catch you than your husband? Yeah. What did I say, fellas? There is no ethical billionaire. Well, what do you want? This shit got me. I missed you, honey. My... No, you didn't. 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 No. No. Not simply you did. Did you hurt your head while you were away? Valid response. I'm just being the jerk you called me, pissing people off. Oh, why? You don't like this side of me either? He touches her. He grabs her. He looks at her sexually. He objectifies her, looks at her like she's a piece of meat, and makes a really gross comment. Perhaps the weirdest of all. Once he has her in his arms, like a carpet, like a rolled up rug, he puts her on top of the Mount Everest of wardrobes. Like, and has her beg for help down. So basically, like, if you don't call me Pookie Bear, I'm not taking, like, she compares this behavior to normal, where he either ignores her or treats her like shit openly. Let me put it like this. That's like going from a Category 5 hurricane to a Category 4. Motherfucker, it's still horrible. Hello. Also, why is the wardrobe so big? I cannot get over how big it is. What the flip? Okay, and bro, his logic is like, oh, if you think I'm a jerk, I'll just live up to your expectations. What does that prove? What does that prove? That's if someone alleged that I shat myself, okay? We're all hanging out in a room, and I went, oh yeah? Well, what's this? Proceeded to take my hand, visibly shove it down my underwear, swipe that crack a couple of times, pull it back out, coat it with dookie. Asking someone else to say what you can't say yourself is... Someone's missing a couple of someone's missing a little bit of gray matter, I fear, because, like, he's living in another realm. Honey, I missed you a lot. Renee, Stop! If I jump from here, the worst that could happen would be just some bruises on my knees, right? Crash. How tall is that wardrobe? Why is every single guy in these comics just a fucking rebrand of this god-forsaken man from Mystic Messenger? Oh. Anyway, I'm sorry. Sumimasen. Oh, yeah. We all know their marriage is never ending, right? much to everyone's discontent. Also, I'm pretty sure they use the same car model as Cranberry Big. Is this how VTubers feel when their past lives come to haunt them? Stop! Huh? There's not enough tropes. Well, I feel like there was a lot, bro. Like, I feel like there was a lot, though. You know, like, you know, we got the used to know each other as kids, arranged marriage pretending to be in love, you know, like, fake lovers to real lovers. We got, like, a combined enemy to lovers in there. We got a one wish. We got the guy who's rich. You know, I feel like we've... More! Okay. Chill. You know, okay. What if we throw in one last one? You know, just before the end of the 4th episode. Would that be good with you? Would that please you? All right, you know what? Let's do that then. I'll just, what? Oh, I know. A stepsister that has a really weird thing for him and competes with a main character for his love and attention. Yes! Oh my god, yes. Perfect. Let's do it. Am I allowed to say that you'll never guess what they do in the last portion of the 4th episode? Of course, there's the evil sister. Because of course, like what more do you want? What more do you want? He's the most rich. He has an evil sister. Blah 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 blah. Blah blah blah. Counting on my fingers forever. Is it true? Oh my god! God damn! What is that build? Never mind, she's built insane. Like, that's like a Nightmare Before Christmas build. You know what I mean? Yeah. Alexander promised to provide financial support to both Maggie and Nina as compensation, even after his father's death. He got his own name on the crest, but it's not even spelt right. They flipped the E and the R at the end. Despite Maggie leaving the mansion, Nina continued to stay, unashamedly displaying her unhealthy obsession with Alexander and her hostility toward me. Okay. Anyways, yeah, I never know how to end videos, so I'm trying something new where I end the video before you can leave. So, thanks for watching. Bye.